are hard to keep track of as they're becoming more and more popular. So for today's video, I've compiled a list of 10 cozy games that I think are a bit more underrated, and I don't want you to miss out on them. And a portion of today's video has very kindly been sponsored by Dolphin Spirit Ocean Mission, which is one of the games I'm excited to tell you about. That being said, let's get into it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Payton. It is nice to meet you, it is nice to see you, and welcome to the corner. Cozy gaming is meant to be cozy, but I'm constantly overwhelmed by all of the game releases, and I do my best to try to play as many games as possible to show them to you and help you find them a little bit better. So for today, I've compiled a list of 10 games. 10 games that I hear people talk a little bit less about, but I think they are deserving of love. 5 of these games I have played and have really enjoyed, and 5 are on my to-play list by the end of the year. All of these games have come out pretty recently, and they all have a wide range of styles and genres, so hopefully from the list you'll find a few games that you like. Before we get into it, please be sure to click the lovely little like button, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content. And if you want to see me play cozy games live, please be sure to check out my live streams, as I live stream right on this YouTube channel several times a week, and we would love to see you to stream. Okay, let me shut up. Let's get into the games. As I mentioned at the top, a portion of this video has very kindly been sponsored by Dolphin Spirit Ocean Mission. This is that portion. Let me tell you about this game in case you missed it. Dolphin Spirit Ocean Mission is a brand new cozy game that has you explore a vibrant and magical tropical island. This game is an adventure game that really stresses the importance of taking care of the world we live in and uncovering magic in unexpected places. You start the game by choosing between one of two characters. Both are totally rocking my favorite color in their hair. And from there, you set out to vacation with your grandfather. But things aren't so well on the island. A storm has completely left both the surface and the underwater areas of the island completely full of trash. So it's your job to explore the vast environment, both on land and under the sea, clean up the island and save injured marine life, while getting to learn all of the secrets that surround the island. You'll also get to know various NPCs, and mainly snap photos of and document findings about real marine life. Dolphin Spirit Ocean Mission is currently available on PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. I played this one entirely on my Steam Deck, and I really enjoyed the experience that I had with the game. I found it to be a particularly relaxing experience overall, and you know I like to play handheld, so I was really excited that this one worked so great with my Steam Deck, so I was able to sit back and play very comfortably, which you could also do on Nintendo Switch if that is your preferred console. My favorite part of the game was swimming in the ocean and how relaxing it felt. I feel like I've played a couple different ocean exploration games at this point, and a lot of them put a pressure on you, like, oh no, my oxygen's running low, I gotta go breathe. Or, oh no, you can't swim that deep, you're not allowed to. This one, I feel like, just let you swim. They let you swim, they let you take in the environment, and they don't put on any time pressures. And I felt this kind of idea was present throughout the whole game. There definitely is a story, and there are definitely things you need to do, but I feel like it has a nice, slow, play as you want experience. You can finish the storyline of the game in a few hours, but because you can take it slow and really explore and, like me, just swim around the ocean and taking pictures for a lot of it, it does give you a bit more time in the game, which I really enjoyed as well. Overall, I definitely think this is a game worth checking out if you haven't, especially if you're genuinely interested in learning more about marine life and also helping the environment. Definitely be sure to check out the game. It is linked down below, and there is some more information for you in the description. And also another huge thank you to Dolphin Spirit Ocean Mission for sponsoring a portion of the video. I appreciate it so very much. The next game on the list is one of my favorite puzzle games of the year so far. This one came out earlier in the year in March, but it just had a free content update recently, so I feel like more people are talking about it again, but not enough. This next game is called Storyteller. Storyteller is a puzzle game about building stories. Storyteller lets you build stories using a visual language. The goal on each level is to make a story that fits the given title by placing settings and characters that react to each other, creating a narrative through their relationships. Storyteller's comic panel design and charming animations allow for experimentation within the framing of its many stories. All you really need to do is drag and drop the characters and see how the story plays out. I love Storyteller. It is such a fun puzzle game with so much humor, a little bit of like dark humor in there too. Some of the puzzles are crazy, but it is a really fun mechanic. I've played this one on a couple live streams now, and I feel like doing this, you know, with an audience or with your friends is also really fun. It can kind of, even though it's a solo player game, it can kind of feel like a party game in a way. And I really enjoy the different stories. I love the new characters they've added in. It's a simple puzzle game in its premise, but it actually does require some more brain power than you might think, and I really have been enjoying it. The next game on the list is another game that you need to use your brain for, but this one, you're using your brain in a different way. This game is called VIEWFINDER. VIEWFINDER is a new single-player game offering gamers hours of interesting and fun experiences while uncovering the mysteries left behind. In the game, you'll get to challenge perception, redefine reality, and reshape the world around you with an instant camera. Beyond just photographs, you'll bring paintings, sketches, screenshots, and postcards to life while shaping the world, and you'll experience as much as you want. VIEWFINDER's narrative is player-driven and will be an approachable experience to someone who just wants to play and solve puzzles. Pretty much the world of VIEWFINDER is yours to explore, and you can explore it at your own pace. Now, I don't normally love first-person games, but I loved VIEWFINDER so very much. This puzzle exploration game is different from most games I've ever played. It's definitely got one of the most unique premises I've ever seen. You're able to like step foot into photos and paintings and pictures, and it's a puzzle without them really telling you what to do a lot, which I normally don't like. I always joke on my streams that I need the baby tutorial, like I need everything to be spelled out for me. But in this game, they don't spell a lot out for you, and it is kind of a discover on your own kind of vibe. And for this one, I think it really works. I love the vibrant atmosphere, I love the moments of voice acting. This game is a game I haven't heard that many people talk about, and it's one that's definitely made an impact on me, and I think more people should play it. The next game on the list has been one of my favorite narrative games I've played this year, and it's another one I feel like more people should play. I think this one has such a unique premise, and I've really been enjoying following along the story and the mechanic of the game. This one is called VIDEOVERSE. VIDEOVERSE is a decision-based narrative adventure focusing on character development, friendship, and love. In the game, you'll play as Emmett, a young video game fan and aspiring artist. You'll dive into this fictional video game era where the online social network VIDEOVERSE is still popular. You'll need to strengthen Emmett's friendships, share fan art, and browse the lively gaming communities. You'll need to make decisions that will change how Emmett grows, his approach to the VIDEOVERSE, and ultimately, the final outcome. I think VIDEOVERSE is so great, and here's why. I love the storyline. I think the storyline is interesting, but what I think is the best part about this game is the overall gameplay mechanic and the way that the story is revealed to you. Admittedly, when I first started, I wasn't sure how I felt about the mechanic, as the whole game is pretty much you just on this virtual online, like this messaging platform with these different forum pages, and you can like people's posts and things like that. And at the beginning of the game, I did feel myself just kind of like mindlessly trying to like things and comment to make sure I was going to the next part of the story. I really grew to appreciate the way that the story was being told, because there are so many little details that you don't think are going to be important, but then feel like they really are building the universe, building the world, and building the storyline. I love the graphic style of this one as well, and the music is so good too. I always have it stuck in my head. I think it's a really great one to check out, especially if you have some nostalgia for early internet and early video games, and also you just like a game with a cool story. The next game on the list is one of the sweetest little games I've ever played. I feel like this game came out of nowhere, and I feel like I haven't heard as much people talk about it as much as I enjoyed it. This game is called FROGSONG. FROGSONG is a heartfelt adventure in a fantasy world of frogs. In the game, you talk to weird and wonderful characters, fight vicious bugs that are still cute, don't worry, and explore a vibrant world in this charming action RPG. Seeking a better life, Chorus moves to a village where members of the Defense Guild train under the wisdom of an old veteran. They quickly learn that things aren't going to be as easy as they hoped. With a powerful army and a mysterious rumor both on the rise, Chorus needs to discover how they can protect the ones they love before it's too late. FROGSONG came out during the summer, and it was such a fun experience. I really like the graphic style of the game. The frogs are all adorable, unique, and diverse. But what I thought was so interesting about this game is they really let you play the game however you want to play it. There is combat in the game, but the combat isn't super intense or crazy, as you're a frog and you're fighting little bugs, and it's not too difficult. But the game will give you options to completely customize the experience and make it your own, either making it easier, making you invincible, giving you hints for the puzzles, and for me, this helps make a game feel even cozier because it gives you the option to play it how you want to play it. I also found the storyline to be captivating and uplifting about a little frog that no one believed in, who really was the key to saving the day. It's a classic kind of like underdog story, but one that I really enjoyed. And overall, I think it has a lot of charm to it. It is a shorter experience, but one I definitely think is worth taking. Now, the remaining games on the list are games that are on my to play by the end of the year list. These are all games that I pretty much I had written down the month they came out on my make sure you play this one, but I just didn't get to them for whatever reason. But they've stuck with me, and I've been like, all right, you need to circle back and you need to make sure you play these ones before the year is out. The first game on the list is called Research Story, which is a farming and life sim where you get to set out to discover and record plants and creatures for the Violet Archive. Sightings of exotic plants and creatures near the town of Shimmerbrook have attracted a wave of new settlers, and the Violet Archive was set up to record the development in the region and is looking for researchers to aid its cause. That's where you come in. It's your job to discover and record plants and creatures at the various locations and contribute your findings to the archive. You'll also get to grow crops and learn about the conditions they thrive in, raise different creatures, and in turn, your creatures will give you perks to help you with your farming, as well as befriending a colorful cast of townsfolk, crafting, customizing, and mainly trying to build your dream farm. Now, this one is just in early access, and it does have a lot of the similar mechanics I feel like we see in most farming and life sims, but there's something really interesting to me about the characters in this one. I really like how they look. They remind me a bit of Sunhaven, which is one of my favorite farming sims ever. And I really like the research aspect and component to it. I always like when cozy games have that aspect. I think cozy gaming is a great way to take you out of the world you live in and put you in somewhere else. And personally, I don't know a lot about farming and planting and gardening and all of that kind of stuff, so I enjoy learning about it as I play these different games. I think the aesthetics are super cute. It looks like a simple pixel art game, but it seems like there is a lot of customization, the animals are cute, and it's one that I'm definitely interested in checking out before the year is out. The next game on the list is not really an underrated game. I think this was actually a really big game, but not in the cozy gaming space. This game I've heard so many good things about, but I have not heard a lot of cozy gamers talk about this one. And while it might not strike everybody as cozy, it strikes me as cozy enough. And this game is called Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is a turn-based RPG inspired by the classics. It tells the story of two children of the solstice who will combine the powers of the sun and moon to perform eclipse magic, the only force capable of fending off the monstrous creations of the evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer. Now, I know, not everyone thinks combat is cozy, but I think there's something nice about turn-based combat, especially if you are new to combat in general, because having a turn-based combat game, it allows you to not just have to like mash buttons crazily when you're playing like a hack and slash game. This one gives you the option to think about it. I feel like it's more relaxed and controlled. Dare I say cozy? Not really. But what I think is cozy about the game is the graphical style, the characters, and the world that it creates. This game took me just by seeing the trailer, just seeing what the visual style of it looks like, and I'm not really always interested in this type of game. I do think it has the potential to have cozy vibes. It seems like it has a great narrative. I've heard so many amazing things about this game. It's definitely been a game that has been a lot of people's favorites, just not one I hear a lot of cozy gamers talk about, and I think that it deserves to be included. The next cozy game is gonna be perfect if you like a little bit of mystery and you like a nice puzzle. This one is called Escape from Mystwood Mansion. Escape from Mystwood Mansion is a first-person puzzle escape room game where you are trapped in the mysterious Mystwood Mansion. You'll need to explore corridors and find hidden rooms while solving puzzles and deciphering codes to find a way out. Each room in the mansion is filled with puzzles to solve and codes to decipher. And as you take on the mansion's many challenges, someone seems to be watching your every move. You'll need to poke around to find clues to help you solve the puzzles, interact, and study 3D objects to find more important details, while figuring out the secrets to the mansion, observing multiple endings, and finding many different objects, while also using a dynamic hint system if you get a little bit lost. Okay, I know before I said I don't really love first-person games. This one is one that I'm interested in. I love a mystery game. It's no secret, I love a game that has a little bit of a creepy vibe, but it's still, you know, it's not a scary game. It's a game that has a little bit of like a creepy intrigue. There's something that feels cozy to me about a mystery, about like being in a library and searching for clues and things like that. So searching in a mansion for clues on how to get out of it might not be cozy to everybody, but it feels cozy to me. I love that there are multiple endings. Whenever that is in a game, I love it so very much. And it's just one that's really struck me as a game I definitely need to check out before the year is done. The next game on the list is the Payton's Corner weird entry. I always throw like a little bit of a weird entry on a lot of my list videos. This is the weird entry of the day. I don't know, guys. I like this. I think it looks really weird. It looks cute, and I'm into it. This game is called Freaky Trip. Freaky Trip is an absurd and humorous point-and-click adventure puzzle game. You'll need to put your imagination to the test and go on a bit of a freaky rescue trip. You'll need to help rescue Salsy's beloved cockapoo from an unknown danger. In Freaky Trip, you'll encounter many logical puzzles that you can find pretty much everywhere. And in this game, the puzzles are not as easy as they may look, as is everything in the game. You'll need to think outside the box, be unpredictable, and try to succeed on every level. Along the way, while you're solving the puzzles, you'll also meet a surprising cast of characters on your journey, and you can even try to help them so that they'll help you out on your mission. Pretty much, it is a comedic little freaky trip of a game. Freaky Trip looks like it's gonna stay true to the name. It looks like it's a trip that's gonna be a little freaky, but cute. The characters look so cute. The puzzles look insane and wacky. It definitely feels like this is a game that's going to have humor in it, and I just think it looks really interesting. I believe this game is a little bit of a shorter experience, but it seems fun. It seems like one of those games to play on a day where you just need a little bit of a smile and a little bit of a laugh, and it's one that I'm really excited to check out and see just how freaky it gets. And the final game on the list is a game I actually got an exclusive little sneak peek of, but I haven't had a chance to play the full game yet, but it has been at the top of my mind as a game I really want to check out, and I feel like it had a lot of hype when it first came out, but as the year has gone on, I haven't heard people talk about this one as much, and I think it is such a unique style and premise. I think it deserves some more love. This game is called TCHIA. TCHIA is a tropical, open-world adventure game where you'll play as the main character, TCHIA, who sets off to rescue her father from a cruel tyrant, who also happens to be the ruler of the archipelago. In the game, you'll get to climb, slide, swim, and sail your boat along the beautiful islands as you explore a physics-driven sandbox. You'll face fabric soldiers created by the tyrant in open encounters where your creativity will give you the edge. But mainly, the main feature of this game is that TCHIA has the ability to take control of any animal or object you may find, and you'll get to use these powers to explore, to fight off the monsters, and also make new friends and have a good time. There's also fun mini-games like being able to play your ukulele, among other things. And mainly, you'll get to explore this open world at your own pace as you explore the poetic coming-of-age story inspired by New Caledonia. I made a video about TCHIA at the beginning of the year, and I really enjoyed it. I got to have like a couple hours sneak peek of the game, and I really had a nice time. I really enjoy the mechanic of being able to transform into the different animals and objects. It's kind of fun to like mess around with, and this game definitely gives you the option of go ahead and like do the story, but also like if you want to just like mess around, you can do that as well, which is something I really appreciated. I loved the atmosphere. I love that the game is inspired by New Caledonia. It feels like it has so much heart in it. The game kind of came out at a crazy time, so I didn't end up getting to it just because I had already played the short little preview I'd gotten, so I wanted to move on to some other games to check them out first. But this is one that has really stayed with me. I just feel like it's a beautiful game that deserves way more love, and if you haven't already checked it out, like me, be sure to check it out soon. And there you have it. Those were some cozy games that I do not want you to miss out on. I want to know your thoughts down below. What are some cozy games that are on your to play by the end of the year list? Or what are some cozy games that you really like but you haven't heard that many people talk about so much? I want to know your thoughts down below. And also another huge thank you to Dolphin Spirit Ocean Mission for sponsoring a portion of the video. I appreciate it so very much. Definitely be sure to check out the game. It is linked down below and there is some more information for you in the description. Thank you again. And thank you all for watching. Please be sure to click the lovely little like button on your way out, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content. I will see you in the next one, and bye-bye!